The second thing, nirdvando. Nirdvando. Dvanda means pairs of opposites, duality. Nirdvando. Be free from the pairs of opposites. Be free from that duality. And who is always concerned with these pairs of opposites? Intellect. Intellect ka job is only to go on judging. Pain, pleasure, good, bad, happy, unhappy, pretty, ugly, tall, short, continuous, to such an extent that the intellect will even judge the scriptures. Intellect will even judge the guru. Intellect will even judge the sadhana that the guru gives. That is, the intellect is continuously in the process of judging. And when you're judging between good, bad, this, is it still? Is it silent? How can it help you progress in your spirituality? It cannot. Therefore, practically speaking, any thought that demonstrates rag and dvesh is a poor quality thought. Just remember that. It's a poor quality thought. And this poor quality thought, only one job is there or outcome is there. It is strengthening your ego. So such an intellect can never ever reach that establishment in self state. Never. How can I overcome this judging thing? What is the sadhana we do over here to overcome this continuous judging between good, bad, ugly? Witnessing. Be the witness of whatever is going on. Be in glad acceptance. Don't keep on judging. My God, it's quite tiring to keep judging, no? Continuously you have to engage. You can never be restful. I think it's a very tiring pursuit to continuously be judging. Alright, let's go to the next one. Nir-yogakshema. Very interesting word. Nir-yogakshema. Unconcerned about gain and preservation, if you want the translation. Understand, the meaning of yoga. See, in Sanskrit, one word can have many meanings. So here the meaning of yoga is to acquire anything for the purpose of possessing. The acquiring anything, the process of getting something that you don't have for just possessing it. That is yoga. And shame, the second part of that word, is to protect whatever you have acquired. So if I don't have something, I want to get it. And once I've got it, I want to make sure I don't lose it. That is shame. So the acquiring part is rajasic in nature, and the hoarding or protecting is tamasic in nature. So yogakshema, if you go for the definition, I will read it out to you. It's all egocentric activities. Egocentric activity means what? Egocentric means what?
Satisfying.
For myself. For myself. Motivated by selfish desires. To acquire, hoard, and preserve that which is acquired. But Bhagwan is not telling you to be like this. He's saying Nir Yogakshem means do the opposite of that. Don't pursue don't spend your entire life pursuing things to acquire things that you don't have, and then after having acquired them, don't spend your whole life trying to hold on to them. Nir Yogakshem. And if you see most people's lives, that is what we are doing. That is exactly what we are doing. Entire life is going in getting what we don't have. Yes or no?
Yes.
And the other part of the life is holding on to what you have already acquired. You don't want to lose it. Whether it's a thing or a person or a situation or an emotion or whatever it is, we are continuously trying to get what we don't have, and then we are trying to hang on to that. This is what is causing vikshepa. This is the cause of vikshepa. Getting, holding. Because if something is not there, you'll be restless till you get it. And then if you want it, don't want to lose it, you'll be restless while holding on to it. Vikshepa. And such a person cannot progress on the spiritual path at all. This is clearly Bhagwan's message here. Okay? In chapter 9, there is one more quote, you can open it, verse 22. He says, Bhagwan says, leave this yogakshem. I am giving you a guarantee. What is the guarantee he is giving? You just surrender to me. You just come on to my path. You just devote your life to me. I will take care of all the things that you require. I will take care. Okay, did you find it? Verse 22 of chapter 9.
Yes, ma'am.
131.
Read it.
Devotee is how I'm loving no one else, constantly thinks of me and worship me is a disinterested spirit. To
Which
those,
book are you reading?
Correct.
Old edition.
Devote-
922. Old edition.
Acha. Okay.
You have a different.
Yeah. I have the devotees, however,
However,
who solely loving me. What does it say? Solely loving me. Solely means what? You don't have to run after X, Y, Z things. You have a single pointed focus of where you want to go. Solely loving me. Constantly think of me. These are important words. Solely. Constantly think of me. Worship me. How? Selflessly. That means not worshipping me to get this or get that or give me my lottery ticket. Not like that. Worshipping me selflessly to those ever united in thought with me. I bring full security. Full security. And personally look after all their needs. How many of you run your own business? Can you give such a guarantee? Cannot. You cannot. You're saying you only come to me, don't go to any other shop, buy only my goods. I will ensure that you just buy my goods and the rest of your life I will take care of. लड़की की शादी, लड़के का घर, all that I will take care of. Can you beat this guarantee? Or what you have to do?
Surrender.
Nothing. Surrender means nothing. Hello? Just be there. And with who? Hello? And with who? Who do you have to surrender to? Who do you have to worship? Who do you have to be united with? Who? Who? Your higher self. How difficult is it? You are not surrendering to anyone else or any other person. You are surrendering to your higher self. How difficult is that for you? Do it. Be established in your higher self. What does it mean to be established in my higher self? Constantly remember Aham Brahmasmi.